Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, and this is another Bronson Certified Hood Classic. We're going to catch up on a few sneaky sneaker news stories today, including the release of the day, the release that a lot of people have been waiting the entire month for. The Undefeated 4s shock dropped here in the UK and the EU just this morning. At the time of recording this video, I have not long received my W, which I'm super stoked about because I have been perusing the resale market over the past 3 or 4 days to decide whether or not I wanted to pull the trigger. We had exclusive access here in the UK go out on Monday, I think, maybe it was Tuesday, and so it sort of felt like maybe that could have been the release there and then. But lo and behold, here we had the shock drop today, and to be fair, like an hour, little under an hour after the shock drop was made available to people over here in the UK and the EU, there were still sizes sitting, albeit in the much smaller sizes or the much larger sizes, but it seems like there were enough pairs to go around. I've seen a lot of people catching dubs on this particular release. Fantastic news. At the time of watching or uploading this video, the shock drop probably would have played out for you guys in the US, or maybe it was an exclusive access release, I'm not sure. But suffice to say, the information that I had given to you guys earlier on in the month about trying to sit with the FOMO and trying to push past it and just be patient for the end of the month. Had you taken that advice, bro, you will be thanking me right now, because at the start of the month, prices on the Undefeated 4s were over £600, which is like $800-900. And right now on StockX and similar types of apps, prices have been tumbling and tumbling to the point now where, as I talk to you right now, they're at their lowest points, under £300, £287, what's that, like 320, 330 bucks, and the prices are only going to continue to keep coming down over the next week or so as people finally get their pairs shipped from Undefeated from the earlier on in the month release, as well as the exclusive access pairs coming into people's possession, as well as the shock drop pairs. So fantastic news if you stayed patient. Maybe you came up on the retail dub, which I hope you did. But if not, and you're now feeling like, okay, I've got to pull the trigger in the resale market, now is going to be the time over the next week or two. And then beyond that, maybe this shoe climbs up again a little bit in price. Now, I think they did a really good thing by just making this a Nike sneakers app and Undefeated exclusive release. It keeps the release special in the sense that Undefeated were the only retail stockists to carry them. That celebrates the legacy of the shoe in a really positive way, to my mind. So yeah, I think this was by and large a really cool shoe in the sense that they were made relatively accessible. Most people that wanted to cop them have either copped them for retail, or if you do need to splurge on the resale market, bro, it's not wild. So yeah, really happy, looking forward to giving you guys my review when they land. Did you guys finally come up on the Undefeateds? Because that's it now. Feel free to let me know. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of news. Nike is letting you pre-order shoes with the Sneakers Reserve program. This is a system that a lot of people out there have been begging Nike to implement for the longest time now, even going back to the pre-pandemic times. Basically, the Sneakers Reserve allows you to pre-order sneakers from Nike before they are even produced. And Nike states that this helps to make the best production decisions while providing you access to the new exclusive products. First, Sneakers Reserve was for the Nike Kobe 3 Protro Christmas, which is going to ship before December the 24th. And Nike will likely employ Sneakers Reserve on select products in the coming months. So did you guys take advantage of this Sneakers Reserve for the Kobe's recently? Feel free to let me know if you did. Just speaking to it briefly, I mean, yeah, this has been something that a lot of sneakerheads have been begging Nike to do for a long time now. A, because it's going to sort of remove the FOMO of missing out. B, it's likely to completely cut the nose off resellers who basically capitalize on Nike's current marketing system, which is to basically just drop all the shoes that they can on the website or on the apps, with a lot of the hyped up pairs ending up going to resellers or botters who have got ways to bypass the queuing system or whatever. So by pre-ordering the shoes, Nike gets a sense of how many units they need to produce in order to satisfy that demand. The benefit for you in pre-ordering the sneakers is that you have secured your pair long before they release. The only downside to that is obviously you're essentially given Nike a interest-free loan to go and make the shoe. We have seen this particular system play out over the years. There are many good examples. At the end of last year, you guys might remember Amine had their 993 made in USA mulberry green colorway that coincided with the Porsche collaboration. That was available for pre-order. They were shipping in like 9 months or something like that. So if you have the money and you're willing to put in the wait time to get the limited shoe, then it's a great system. So yeah, what do you guys think, man? We're in the instant gratification era right now where if we buy it, we want it straight away. In fact, if it's even a day or two late with the shipping, sometimes people are coming pretty hard with the negative feedback online, very quick to moan on Twitter and the rest of it. So yeah, I don't know, are you guys up for this? I feel like there are definitely parts of the sneaker culture and community that are only too happy to wait it out in order to just be guaranteed access to the limited product. But yeah, there are obviously going to be people out there that will probably balk at the idea of dropping $200 to maybe get a shoe in a few months' time. What do you guys think about the sneaker reserve? Right, let's talk a little bit about the AE2, because AE has been on tour in China on his Believe That tour, and he's been seen debuting his second sneaker with Adidas. This has to be the most hotly anticipated new basketball sneaker in a minute. There's so many amazing signature basketball shoes out there right now, but this guy has arguably the hottest one, and this is our best look yet. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys feeling the AE2? I like them. I do. I honestly think they look awesome. This colorway I think is really exciting as well. The light orange mixed together with the pink I think goes hard. I think they look awesome on feet as well. They look light, they look comfortable, they look bouncy. They look good, man. Now, talking about some of the specifics, the retail price point is going to be $130. The information that I'm seeing is that the 4th of October is likely set to be the release date. There have also been some other colorways out there leak as well, and obviously as the NBA season approaches, there's going to be a whole bunch of other ones to look forward to. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the AE2? Are you feeling the shoe or are you not? Let me know. Okay, speaking of NBA, WNBA superstars, Caitlin Clark has had her logo revealed, and this is going to complement her signature Nike shoe that's going to be debuting in 2026. This is a look at the logo. It's two C's together, as you would expect. Apparently, the interlocking CC design has been created to reflect her precision, confidence, and deep connection with fans. Clean, elevated mark will debut across a new collection of sportswear and on-court apparel, beginning with a navy and yellow logo t-shirt arriving on September the 1st on Nike.com. So yeah, apparently Caitlin was deeply involved in the design process. The two bold interwoven C's symbolize her magnetic bond with the basketball community, while a smaller hidden C tucked within the design represents her relentless drive, passion, and growth from within. We have another Action Bronson New Balance here, a 992 in the Cosmic Rose colorway, which has been seen on foot. At this point, like, the recipe for Bronson is pretty well known. You take a nice silhouette already existing, and then you just splash some bright pastel colors on it, and you have a winner. We know that he likes these types of colors. We know that he likes these types of combos. We've seen them play out before on a number of his other shoes. Yeah, are these exciting? Yeah. Is it a loud, bright, vibrant colorway? It is. Are these going to be pretty hard to get? Depending on the availability, I do feel like Action Bronson's one of New Balance's strongest collaborative partners at the moment, just in terms of the energy that he's bringing to the collabs as well as the colorways. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool shoe for sure. What are you guys thinking? We've had a closer look at the CPFM Nike Dunk Swamp Sponge collection. These pairs got leaked out a few weeks ago. This particular sneaker is possibly inspired by CPFM's Sponge by You Blazers from 2019. You guys might remember that. And so the aesthetic leans into their signature experimental look. Now this pack or this collection is supposedly set to include 3 different colorways. The Sequoia, a Photo Blue, and a Psychic Purple. Each of these are supposedly going to be priced around $150. We've already seen the likes of Travis Scott stepping out in a pair to drive up the hype. We haven't got any particular release date information to hand at the moment. I've seen some people like go both ways with this shoe. I mean, it's obviously a pretty polarizing type sneaker, just from the perspective that they're really loud and they're really out there. And you could argue the dunk is dead, and so seeing another collaborative partner rehash a dunk is a little bit yawn-inducing, a little bit soporific at this point. But I do think there are a couple of colorways that do go pretty hard. I do like the blue, I do like the sort of like dark or the olive pair as well. Look, it's CPFM, so you can't help but feel these will be a massive hit. Right, we've had some interesting news around the Dornbecker Freestyle collection, set for release next year in the spring. We've got a list of shoes that are likely to feature as part of the collection. Air Jordan 17. There's also an Air Max DN8, an Air Max Plus, Air Force 1, 07, V2K Run, and a Vomero Plus as well. Right, so let's talk a little bit about the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Reverse Shadow. These are apparently set to be a little bit more limited than we had originally thought. It seems like these have already been scooped up as they dropped in Spain earlier in the week on the Foot District website. It's a pretty cool pair. I think this is based on an 85 sample, if memory serves me right. Obviously they come in with the pre-aged midsole, which is pretty much standard these days on a lot of these releases. So yeah, we're still waiting to hear information on whether or not these are going to be getting a global release. My suspicion is that if they've already released in Spain, there's already pairs out there. It's probably just a matter of weeks, maybe an upcoming September release more globally for this particular pair. Some good news for you Air Jordan 13 heads out there. The Flints, an OG colorway from 1997-98. Which came out last in 2020, didn't even really seem that long ago. I've still got my pair from 2020 up there, which I haven't really worn enough, to be honest. But yeah, this is a really nice colorway. New collaboration between New Balance and Amine, this time on the new New Balance 2000. This one's being called the Biblioteca, which is an electric green colorway. It's got some glow-in-the-dark absorb cushioning and uppers. This thing is coming out on October the 3rd. And apparently Portland locals can donate a book for a chance to cop a free pair. And obviously Biblioteca means library. So yeah, another pretty cool pair from Amine, dialing into that educational theme again, which we like to see. It's a bright colorway, kind of similar to his New Balance 740, which also is a really striking colorway. Definitely love this pair. Really nice details. So you guys might have seen this story doing the rounds over the past few days. It's this story around Travis Scott reportedly joining Adidas, or potentially meeting up with Adidas high-ups to discuss what a collaboration might look like. And this has been speculated upon because his contract with Nike and Jordan Brand is apparently set to elapse this year. So yeah, we haven't heard Travis Scott re-sign with Nike and Jumpman. Does that mean that he's maybe looking at other options? Would Adidas even be an option? I think from what I've been seeing out there, this appears to be like nothing but conjecture and most likely cap, because it can't be denied he has been the golden boy for Nike and for Jumpman, pretty much going all the way back to his Jordan 1 highs. Even before that, you could argue, with the Air Force Ones. Nobody has been able to create a bigger buzz around sneaker collaborations with Nike than this guy. He's basically become the modern day Kanye West. You guys remember 10 years ago when Kanye would wear a pair of shoes or rock a certain type of fit? It was, days later that whole look became a trend and everybody needed to have those shoes and or that fit. And Travis has been that guy for Nike for sure. With just unimaginable clout in the streets, predominantly in amongst males aged 13 to, I want to say maybe like 25 or 30. Some of the older gens, some of the older heads like me aren't as fussed about it, but you can't help but get caught up in the hype sometimes because yeah, this guy knows how to yeah, generate hype and excitement, especially around fashion and footwear. So yeah, what do you guys think? Will this come off? I'm not sure. Personally, I don't put a lot of stock in the idea that he would move over to Adidas. I don't even think Adidas really need him right now, arguably. I feel like they're doing pretty good stuff with their basketball division, with their running division. Like they've done pretty well in the post-Ye era for sure. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think Travis to Adidas could happen? And if it did happen, do you think it would be a good move for both? Right, this story is interesting. You guys probably remember seeing this story break earlier on in the year, where Tyshawn Jones sued Supreme earlier on in the year for $26 million, claiming that they cut his deal short and they ruined his reputation. However, it's come to light that Supreme were actually paying the bro $83,000 per month to wear Supreme every day, a Supreme top, Supreme bottom, and underwear. And this is according to court documents provided to the judge by Supreme. Supreme are saying that he actually breached his contract with Supreme by appearing in Marc Jacobs and Nigo shoot, which you have right here. So man, who's gonna take the L here? Supreme or the bro? Because yeah, like generally when it comes to flagrant contract breaches like that, where the evidence is pretty clear cut, that's going to definitely count in the brand's favor over him. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Okay, so to finish things off, just a quick little reminder for the rest of the week. These are the sneakers set to drop. I mean, really the only sneaker worth looking out for, in my opinion, are the Awake New York Air Jordan 5s in the black and the racer blue colorway. Remember, the pink joints were the Awake New York exclusive. The black and the blue pair are going to be seeing a Sneakers app release going down on Saturday. So yeah, make sure you guys have jumped into the raffles, because I know Tier Zeros are carrying those. Most raffles are probably going to be ending like today or tomorrow by the time this video is up. So yeah, good luck if you are trying to come up on a pair of those. And listen, as always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now. Peace.